Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Tony and this is TC's Outdoors. So today I am gonna go down and score some free firewood. Right down the road from me there was a logging job done, and they had some real big poplars sitting out front for quite a while that the log truck never picked up. And just recently they put a free sign on it and people have been picking through it, and I haven't really had the time or the means to get down there, but today I think what I'm going to do is throw the grapple on the tractor, and I'm going to throw the carryall on the back, and I'll run down there a few times and grab some logs with the grapple and buck up some chunks and put them in the back and see how much of it I can get home today. Before I do that, I need to grease the tractor. So I grease my loader pretty much every time I use it, which it doesn't, in the manual I think it says something like 15 hours, but I figure a little extra grease on those pins isn't going to hurt anything, especially because my tractor lives outside. For the time being anyways. At some point I'd like to get an indoor storage solution for it, but it just doesn't, it's not happening right now. So that being said, I've just got a pistol style grease gun with the standard coupler that just, you have to hold onto the fitting or otherwise it gets cockeyed and then it squirts grease all over the place and it doesn't actually get into the zerk fitting itself. And so there's like I think somewhere in the neighborhood of 14 or so grease fittings on the loader by itself, and at 4 or 5 shots of grease per fitting, by the end of that I got a pretty tired hand, and it would be really nice to be able to hold the grease gun with 2 hands, to use a little different muscle group in order to pump the grease. And I've been thinking about getting a lock-on style grease fitting, and just recently a company reached out to me and asked me to demo their product. So the company is it's Saker is the name brand, and their website is smartsaker.com. I'll throw a link in the description. I think they're somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 bucks. Don't quote me on that. I didn't pay for it, so I'm not really sure. $29, something like that. I think you can find them on Amazon as well. But either way, it's just a standard lock-on grease coupling. It says it's, oh, did I show it to you upside down? That's how smart I am. Here, let's try that. So yeah, there, that's better. Saker.com, smartsaker.com, excuse me. So I need to grease this thing, and I thought, why not bring you guys along? And maybe, I don't want to be the channel that just demos every single product that people reach out to them with. I've had, I think 3 or 4 companies now reach out to me, some outdoor lighting, some other random things that don't really apply to anything I do or anything that I'd like to bring you guys. So I declined. I just figured I'd rather, I'm not into just getting free stuff just for the sake of getting free stuff. That's not why I started my YouTube channel. So, but I figured this is something that it's useful, and hopefully you guys will find some value in. And if you're in the market, you could check them out, or you can at least, you'll have a real deal review on how this thing works. Like I said, it says it's leak proof, so I should be able to use it one hand once I clip it on, and then I'll be able to grease my machine without fatiguing just my hand. I can kind of pump using my shoulders or arms or whatever, but there's a lot of greasing, and any of you guys that know that you've been on a grease gun any length of time, it's tiring. So that being said, I'm gonna go in the house or in the garage and we'll get this thing put on. We'll come back out, get set up, and we'll see how it works. Here we go. Okay, so I got the coupling all on. This is what it looks like. It's pretty heavy duty. There's not a lot of instructions with it, so it does, like, I can slide the lever up, cam that back, so I'm not sure if I have to do that to snap it on, and then you push it down and release it. It's really sturdy for first impressions anyhow. Hopefully it works. I'm kind of concerned to see how big around that is, that's going to fit inside the cup where the recessed grease fittings are, but I guess we'll figure it out right now. So bring you guys over and get you closer. Okay, so I guess I'll cam it open first and see if it just snaps on, and it doesn't. So I'm not sure what exactly that would do for you. Nothing. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. So you can flip it up, but I'm not sure why. So I'll squeeze it down. It does fit in, oh, it snaps right on, fits in the cup well. And then I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to hold it. And it's taking it. And it's not leaking. That is so far so good. So let's back up, and I'll continue on down the road here and do them all. Actually, we'll get this one down here. So same drill. hold it open. Ruh-roh. It doesn't fit in that one. That's a problem. Alright, well, it fits in some of them. That's kind of a bummer, because then I don't know what exactly I'll do there. I'm not going to swap it back and forth. So, let's see. Guess we'll see how many of them it fits in. Maybe it does fit, it's just really tight. Is that one? That's interesting. So far it fits in one of the cups, so doesn't even come close to fitting in that one. It's kind of banged up though. Well, that's upsetting. So far it only fits into one of the cups on the tractor. Doesn't fit in that one. Doesn't fit in that one. Doesn't fit in that one. Does not fit in that one. So maybe this isn't very good for greasing your tractor. That's a bummer, because it really worked really well for the first one. But I can't get it to fit in the rest of them. Alright guys, so there you go. Let me tip you back. It's kind of a bummer because it's a really high quality like unit here. So I guess the short of it for right now is that if you have a tractor, a Kioti tractor, or I'm not sure, this is the only tractor I've ever greased, but any tractor with the recessed grease fittings like that have the cups around it that you can't, it protects the grease fitting. This does not fit. It fit in one of them, but it won't fit in them all. Won't fit in any of the other ones, so that's kind of a bummer. So I'm gonna go have to switch back in order to grease the tractor. But first impressions is I mean I do really like it. It'll be great for greasing everything else. It's nice to lock it on and be able to just not have to hold it. Like the grapple and stuff like that, that's got grease fittings that they're exposed. They're not, which we can walk out there and do that, I guess. At least I could grease something. But before I take the grease fitting off. Yeah, it's kind of depressing. Not really depressing. I guess it's kind of a, I guess that's the way it is. I don't know the size of all the other tractors, their grease cups and things like that, so I couldn't recommend that maybe you should buy this. I'm gonna check out their website and see what else they have to offer. But like I said, it locks on there really nice. It is a really nice solid lock. It seems pretty sturdy, like it's gonna last. So I guess we can walk out there. You guys can check out the firewood inventory on the way. That's a couple years worth of boiler wood right there, guys, which I need to get moved. Some of that I need to get that moved here in the near future, but not today. So first I gotta find my grapple. Oh, there it is out there. I don't have a place that I just take the implements off. I just kind of take them off wherever I'm done using them, and then sometimes I forget where I put it. So now we're out here kind of by the splitter. We'll get set up. I don't think I'll have a problem locking onto these, and may as well try it while I got it on there. I mean, it's locked on there good. You can yank right on it. So I'm going to one-hand it, see if it squirts all over, if it takes it. It's not leaking, that's for sure. Yep, it's taking it. Yep, it's coming out there. Release is really nice, doesn't leave a big mess, which is awesome. Alright, that one's coming out of that fitting. Look around. And it's on there. It's good, solid. Oops. Well, it's on there as long as your grease fitting doesn't come out. Well, that's a bummer. these are pressed in. Or... there they are, just pressed in. Everything's a hammer with me, folks. Everything can be turned into a hammer. Let's try that now that it's actually cooked down there. Okay. That one leaked a little bit, but I probably just screwed it up by beating on it. So. Get the other end of the cylinder. And that's it. Alright guys, so you saw me grease up the grapple. It worked really well on that. Locked onto all those fittings really well, except for the one that it pulled out, but that wasn't the grease gun's fault, it was the operator's fault. They're just pressed in and I pulled, must be too hard or it wasn't in there right, but either way, so it pulled out, I beat it back on, and I don't think it's taking grease now. But that's how it works. So initial impressions, I think it's a good coupler if for the right application. It doesn't work that great for the tractor or really at all. It's too big, like you guys saw, but for everything else, if you can see the grease fitting and there's room to get this in there, I mean, it's really not that big, not much bigger, probably twice the length of a standard coupler, and but it locks on really well. So if you can reach in and get onto something, and then you can use two hands on the grease gun, and it's nice. So, and it doesn't leak. It definitely doesn't leak as advertised. So you can check them out. It's saker.com. Like I said, this isn't really a paid promotion. All they did was send me the grease fitting. So I'll give you guys like a more in-depth review, or see how it holds up maybe in 4 or 5 months, something like that. But I got to figure out a solution for the tractor. So if you guys know out there if there's extended grease fittings, I suppose I could probably put like a little pipe nipple in there and do something like that, but I don't know if I want the grease fittings sticking out of the side of the loader. They'd probably get broken off and then that'd be a mess. So maybe I'll just get a second grease gun and just have that grease gun just exclusively for greasing the tractor loader. That way I can keep the greases different, because right now I'm just using the red kind of tacky grease that they recommend for loaders, and that way it stays in place. It's not like, it'd be nice to have a grease gun with just regular bearing grease, something like that in it. That way I'm not just loading this stuff into everything, because I know depending on the operating temperature, this stuff isn't the best choice, but it's what I'm doing for now. But so like I said, let me know, I'm rambling, so let me know if you think there's a solution for the tractor in the comments. I'd appreciate it. If you're into this kind of stuff, guys, please hit the like and subscribe, share it with your friends, hit the notification bell. That way you'll know if I'm putting out videos. It seems like if I'm not doing firewood, you guys don't necessarily know about it. So if you hit the notification bell, you'll know if I'm pouring a concrete pad or if I'm working in the garden, whatever, taking care of the chickens. At some point maybe it'll be taking care of goats and pigs, hopefully. But either way, if you're into this kind of stuff, please hit the like and subscribe. So till next time, get outdoors and do something you love.